Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Topicless, the podcast that nobody listens to except for my mum. Joining me today is my lovely gay friend from the south, Techie,
Hi.
otherwise known as Josh. That's your real name, probably. How's it going?
Well, for my real name is Josh, just so you know. I don't understand why you think that might not be real. But
I
I'm doing
mean, you
okay,
work at
thank you,
Disney,
though.
so you lie about just about everything. Trying to keep your secrets. You might be keeping your name secret too.
Well, I have to lie because of NDAs, so it's not lying, it's just keeping things secret. How's that lying?
Yes, that's what they usually say in the divorce court.
Not that I've had experience of that, but have you?
Um, no, I
How
hope
do you
not.
know that? How do you know that, though?
I don't know. There were many Saturday nights I don't remember, so could have happened.
There's many Saturday nights I don't remember as well, and they probably coincide with your Saturday nights you don't remember.
Ooh, shit. What's going on? What have we been up to?
Don't you want to know? It's
And
a
we're
bit
off to a
awkward
flying
already, haven't
start
I?
for the off to a flying start for what's probably going to be the gayest episode.
Hold on. Just because I'm gay, I love how that's literally the first thing you said as well. You could have left it so people listening could have maybe have guessed, or we could have put the question to them: Is Josh gay? Yes, no.
Yeah, but
You know,
I want to be inclusive. I want everyone listening to know that I respect gay people and they can be on my podcast and they can be known and loved and cherished by everyone. And if anyone
because you're
doesn't
gay
like the
as well.
fact that you're on my podcast, then they can go fuck themselves. I heard what you said about me, and it's not true.
Okay, whatever you say. Let's just say my gaydar's never gone through the roof for anyone else before.
Uh-huh. Not even
Yeah,
when the Irishman started talking to you in voice chat in the Discord.
the Irishman.
Oh, what? Yeah, Mac's Irish, isn't he?
He's Scottish.
Scottish, Irish, same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
They're literally the same.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
They're probably in the same part of the country too.
For well, it depends where in Ireland you are, because if you're Northern Ireland, then you're kind of at the same northern latitude or longitude, whatever it is, as
Let
Scotland.
me
So
let me Google where the fuck
l-
Scotland
there's
and Ireland.
literally
I don't even know where they
there's
are.
li- there's literally a sea in between the two countries. They're not
Ah,
connected by land in any way.
okay then. Well, apart from
So
the ocean, they are the same.
not even the accents are the same. So I don't know how you got that confused. So GG,
Okay.
that's another IQ number you've gone down.
Well, I'm fast using up all my points, so I
How many
haven't
you got
haven't
left now? 69.
I haven't had the time to go buy some more IQ points, so running out.
How much do they cost these days?
About the same as gas prices.
Well, what's gas prices in Canada?
Depends. I think average is like buck 50.
It's about the same here.
Yeah, it hurts. That's why I don't have a car.
Yeah, don't. I own a Toyota Hilux, and it's a gas guzzler, and I think I don't see half of my month's wages because of that.
Oof.
Which is why my dream car's a Tesla Model X, and one day that's going to happen. I'm going to get
Yeah,
that.
you'll pay for electricity instead of gas.
Yeah, but if I get a Tesla Model X second hand, then you get free supercharging from any Tesla supercharger for the entire life of a car. So effectively, you don't pay anything.
Nice.
Yeah, you see, I've done my research.
Well, here's a news thing that I heard about since we're on the topic. Vancouver is planning to ban gas cars in their downtown area.
Isn't um, I've heard that before, not from Vancouver, but I think United Kingdom's wanting to do that by a certain point as well. I remember reading up, but
Yeah,
it makes sense because eventually, well, here's the thing: what's the point in banning gas cars, petrol, diesel, combustion engine cars, when what they get replaced with electric cars to produce that electricity, you're still burning fuel.
Hmm.
So it doesn't really, in my eyes, fix the problem, if you
Yeah,
get what I
here we
mean.
go. Yeah, I see. I know what you're saying. My
So
my
what is the
issue is
point?
with like, I mean, as far as electric cars go, the technology is there and it's so far pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough yet to completely replace gas vehicles.
Well, I agree, but then what you're saying about electric vehicle technology, the world's fastest production car is electric. The Tesla Roadster, that is the world's fastest production car. So Tesla's doing something right. They're the people who are pioneering all this technology for electric cars and also self-driving, autonomous driving vehicles. Tesla's miles ahead of all these different companies. But the
Yeah,
thing is, I think a lot of these companies, General Motors, all the big car companies, are quite reluctant to invest money into too much research on electric cars because I have a feeling they may think that the whole idea of electric vehicles won't last long because something else will come about which will replace petrol, diesel, and electric vehicles. Like I don't know, hydro fuel cells, but I think that's all a myth anyway. So something will come along.
right, right. I assume you've done a fair bit of research into the Tesla cars then.
Yes, Tesla is one of my weak spots in life.
So then, how long do they last on one charge, and then how long do they take to refill their charge?
It's about 200 to 300 miles, depending on the quality of the battery. And you can, I think it's 80% charge you can get in half an hour with one of their superchargers. So, I mean, it's not as simple as you would with a gas car, pull it to a petrol
Right.
station, fill it up within 5 minutes. You do have to spend more time charging it up, but it still lasts a long time. I mean,
Hmm.
Teslas last a long time. You get like Honda who do their what's Honda's electric car? I think it's the Bolt. Is it or is it? No, it's the Chevy Bolt. That only does like 130 miles, 100 miles. So you have to pay the price to get a car which lasts a long time, an electric car which lasts a long time before you have to charge it up again.
Right.
But obviously, you get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's just how life goes. But Tesla's cost 80 grand, $80,000 for a base Model X. Um, so that's a big investment, first of all. But then you can get one second hand for about $45,000. So you still got a really good car, but it's just second hand, but you're paying half the price.
Right. I mean, pretty much like any regular car that you can get.
Well, it is, but it's
I think the main
uh,
thing that puts people off an electric car is just that charge time.
it's actually a phenomenon called range anxiety. So range on an electric car is how long it's got left you can travel on its current charge,
Right.
and a lot of people have range anxiety when they think about electric cars because you need to plan if you're doing a long road trip. You need to plan ahead when you're stopping. You can't
Hmm.
just rely on like if you're driving a gas car, you'll look at the fuel meter, you're running out, and you'll say, "Oh, I'll stop off at the next gas station," because you know chargers aren't as widespread as gas stations. So
Yeah.
for all you know, the next charger, excuse me, the next charger could be um, just outside the range you have left with the charge you have. So a lot of people have this range anxiety because, you know, they think, oh no, I'm going to run out of charge. I'm in the middle of in the middle of the highway. What's going to happen?
Right.
So I've not had an electric car yet, but I think I would be the same when I
Hmm.
eventually do get one. It would take time to get used to.
Yeah. And the thing too, like I don't know how the states is laid out, but Canada it's very widespread between major cities. Like
But in
it's
terms of it's a long distance between
yeah,
big cities, yeah, it's the same here. You have to think like it's a state like California, where I used to be. That's the size of the United Kingdom. I mean, it's huge,
yeah.
and most of it's deserted. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm in
North
Orlando
America
now.
is fucking huge.
It's massive. It's scary because I grew up, obviously, I grew up in the United Kingdom, which is obviously a small country, and then I move over here to a country which is just like 50 times as big.
Yeah,
And like a normal commute for some people here, to go grocery shopping is an hour to the store and an hour back. And that was unheard of to me before I moved over here. My local grocery store back when I was living in Ireland was 5-minute drive away.
right.
So, sorry, we digressed. I tend to do that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. How long
I
would you
know
say it takes to drive across the UK?
from top to bottom, I'd say 5, 6 hours. From left to right, 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 hours is literally like the drive from like Golden to Cranbrook where I used to be. And that's
I have
like
no idea what that is.
well, for people listening they probably know where it is. That's literally like a fraction of BC.
You see, you make me feel stupid now. For people listening, they'll know where it is, where I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. I
I
feel
don't know
like
who the
I'm
fuck's
the
listening.
minority
I
here
I just
that I'm
assume
stupid.
I just assume that most of the people listening are from where I grew up because those are the only people that know who I am or
I know
care.
who you are.
Well, you know who I am, yeah. So,
So that just invalidated your point.
well, you're yeah.
What? I'm gay? Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, you're so predictable. I feel insulted. I feel attacked yet again.
Well, I can't even use that as an insult. Anyone else, I would be like, "Ha, you're fucking gay," and they'd be, "Well, whatever." But you, I'm just like, if I say you're gay, you'd be like, "Yeah, so."
Exactly. And you can't just say, hey, you're straight, because it's not the same.
It doesn't carry the same weight.
No, it doesn't. What I do to be straight, but this is how I am. No,
You wouldn't give
to be honest,
anything, I'm sure.
no, I wouldn't change the world, to be honest with you. It's good. It's good. But with it comes desperation, but we'll leave it there
Yeah, well,
because you know what I'm talking about.
oh yeah. It's not like you bring it up every other day on Discord.
I don't. I don't. That's unfair, that is. I think that is unfair to say because I don't. It's more you and other people on Discord bring it up to me.
Ah, we
Yeah.
use that information that you dared to share with us to belittle you, and for some reason you stay around.
I've got nothing better to do when I'm not working, to be honest with you. But then again, when am I not working these days?
Yeah, you're working like all the time. Most of this week you've been pretty much never online.
Literally what's been happening this week is I've been doing nights when we can only do things when the park is closed and guests aren't there. So what I've literally been doing is going to work. I come back exhausted. I go to sleep, and then I sleep for ages and ages. And when I come online on Discord, that is me waking up. And literally, I'm working and sleeping. That's what I'm doing all day, every day at the moment.
That's pretty much what I did
Oh, and I
for
eat as well.
yeah. That's pretty much what I did for like the first couple weeks I was working with CN.
You see, it's okay for a couple of weeks, but with the job I'm in, it's difficult because it's constant.
Right.
But
How long have you been working at Disney again?
I've been there for 4.5 years now.
4.5 years, and that's like throughout all that you've done this sort of back and
Basically,
forth
yeah,
between the regular shift and this shift.
yeah,
Oof.
basically. I don't have a body clock anymore.
Yeah, that's I'm not surprised. It's not
To be
really you
honest with you,
can't really sleep naturally with that type of thing.
no, I rely on medication to sleep now.
Oof. That's not fun.
Yeah, I know. But at the end of the day, I'm happy in the job I'm in. I'm happy with my money I'm getting, so I can't complain.
Right. That's
But I
a
still do.
topic that we discussed with the other American friend that I had on here. Uh,
I'm not American. I just live and work in America.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
for
whatever.
the record.
You're a
Yeah.
person who lives in America for some dumb reason.
for my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dumb reason.
I mean, any reason to be in America is just a dumb reason, but that's beside
Touche.
the point.
I'll agree with that. So, what was this topic you were going to say?
We were talking about like whether the job pays terribly or you got terrible hours. If it's a job you love, then you kind of put up with it. And he's got the same thing. Like I can't remember what he said his income was. I don't know if he did say what his income was, but it's not very much. But he continues
Yeah,
working at it because he works with people he loves. He does what he loves, so that's why he keeps doing it. And, that's cool.
it's very, very similar to a lot of people at work. The department I'm in, because we're a specialist department, we get decent wages and stuff. Yeah, that's all okay. But when you come to the operation side, you know, ride operators and characters, actors and face characters and stuff like that. I need to be very careful what I say because it's quite detrimental to the company. So, um,
Disney's not listening. They're secretly listening to everything.
they literally, I'm on corporate internet now, so they could be
Oh,
patched in.
this
So,
is terrible. They're
it's
just waiting for you to spill the beans. They got FBI surrounding your house right now.
oh, that's what those car headlights out my window
Oh, uh-oh.
were. um, but I know a few people in, the more common jobs, actors and, the people who do the face-to-face stuff with the guests. They get paid very, very bad amounts of money, and to the point where they have to live in condos, which are 5 people at a time living in the condo, um,
Right.
because they can't afford anything else. But they still stay in the job because they love the job. Obviously, it's working for Disney, so
Yeah.
that in itself is enough for them, and they love the people they work with. So it's I find it awful. I don't like the idea of it, but you know, if you love the job, as he said, if you're
Yeah.
happy with it, then good.
I mean, for their sake, Disney makes what is this 13.2 billion gross profit according to this. I don't know how
I've got
accurate
no
that is,
idea.
but they make a
Well,
lot. I feel like they could probably pay their employees a bit more.
you would have thought so. Excuse me, I need to cough because I need to cough.
Choking on that D. I'm kidding.
I wish. I, I wish. I mean, who says that I was? No, well, yeah, I won't. I won't go there. I won't. I can't. I
We're
can't.
we're we're trying so hard to try and keep this podcast somewhat decent.
Yeah, you have no idea how many times I've actually stopped myself from saying something so
I can
far.
tell. I can genuinely tell when you're like about to say something like, "Oh no, I shouldn't."
Yeah, because I don't have a filter on my mouth normally, so it's like installing a new water filter in your water jug. You know what I mean? And I've never had a filter installed on my mouth before, so it's getting used to it.
Right, right.
That was a weird analogy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry I brought that up. That's just weird. I'm not weird, by the way. If anyone actually is listening and think I'm really weird, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
just
trust
gay.
me, you're yeah. I mean, yeah. You're fine. You're talking to me. There's also Sebastian. He's a character and a half.
You had to, didn't you? You had to. You know, no, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, come on. It's not like he
What?
listens to this. He probably does. If you say what I
No,
think you're gonna say, I'm definitely 100% sending this to him.
no, well, I'm not going to say anything then.
Good, good.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Fantastic.
You just had to, didn't you? I'm blushing here now. I actually feel all hot and bothered. Wow,
Glad I
I
did
don't
my
like
job.
feeling like this.
You
Oh
re
my god.
you regret coming onto the podcast yet?
No, 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 no. I don't regret anything
Oh, good.
yet. But yeah, there's a big word in there, yet. Not the only thing which is big.
Live
So
life without regrets.
you have to. You have to, especially in this day and age where shit goes wrong in the world all the time.
Yeah,
You just have to get on with your own little life and just ignore what's going on around you with no regrets. You do what you want to do.
true.
If you start regretting things, then what's the point in living?
Oh, don't say that. You just made like 3 people kill themselves. And moving on.
I've I've probably made more people do that before.
I mean, just tell them to go to Disney and then they'll feel a little better. Because Disney's a happy place.
It is if you visit there, but not when you work there.
Oh, that's right. Terrible wages, stuff like that.
Not that I I have a decent wage. I'm happy with my wage. You know my wage, and you seem to think you earn more than me, but yeah,
Depending
um,
on what I do and how much I work, can be more or
yeah.
less.
But don't forget, I'm in a management position, so you're doing well to earn. I'm really not blowing my own trumpet here, although I wish I was, but
I
not in
mean,
that way.
it is odd. Like most management positions at CN, as far as I know, pay roughly the same, if not less than the amount of conductors and engineers, which is
To
odd.
be honest with you, I prefer that because there shouldn't be this pay gap because of your position. You know,
True.
everyone should be treated the same. Well, I mean, there should be a tiny bit of a pay gap because as a manager, you have more responsibilities, so you should get paid a bit more, but not
Yeah.
like 50 grand more or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like the other interesting thing. The maintenance of way people and those who do signal maintenance, all that jazz. The guys that are actually out there doing the hard work, they get paid. I don't know their exact amount, but it's definitely like a lot less than those of us who just sit in a warm cab and push buttons.
So it's unfair, isn't it? Because they're the people actually, putting their blood, sweat, and tears into actually, so you can sit in the warm cab,
Oh,
with your
absolutely.
train, and they're the people who actually make it all happen, and then they get paid less.
Yeah. That's like we could literally it's the same sort of deal with Disney there. You got the people who are in the costumes, the people who work on the rides, the people who are actually sort of doing like the outside, the visible work, and they're getting paid less than those who work behind the scenes, comfortable and
Yeah, but
unseen.
in a way, we're the people who actually do make things happen. Without us, you wouldn't have the people in the costumes, or you wouldn't have the shows which you see the actors in. We're the ones behind the scenes who make that work. But I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
But
maybe
it's
it's
like,
a shitty comparison.
no, but it's still it's a comparison to make. But it's obviously without my department, you wouldn't have the shows we have, and
Right.
if something
Everyone
goes wrong,
everyone does their job to make everything go as smooth as possible, but
it works
there's
like cog work.
significant differences between who gets paid what for what job.
Exactly. The way I see it is that as much as I say just then, without like people like myself in our department at work, you wouldn't have the actors. The actors wouldn't do anything because they wouldn't have a show. There's still, at the end of the day, you still wouldn't have a show if you didn't have the actors. So
Right.
it goes hand in hand. I'm not, trying to be. I'm not trying to say that we're like the gods of the place. Without us, nothing would happen because the same would happen if it wasn't for other people as well as
Right.
us. It goes hand in hand and vice versa. But there is that pay gap, as you said, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. But you could say it's because when it comes to acting and the face characters and people who are the frontline staff with the actual guests at the park, ride operators, you could say that they get paid less because it's not that specialist. I mean, anyone can. I'm probably going to upset some people here, but anyone can act. Anyone can press a button on the ride to make a train leave a station and go around on the roller coaster. But when it comes to our stuff, it's very very specialist. I mean, not a lot of people will know how to operate a lighting desk and do show control systems and stuff like that. It's a really niche market type of thing. It's not something you can just walk into. You need a degree in it. You need training on it, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's fair. I would agree. Like running rides and stuff. That's fairly easy. You just need to know what button to push to make a thing happen and what button to push when it all goes terribly wrong.
Yeah,
Um, Acting, on the other hand, I wouldn't quite say that just about anyone can do it. I know there are some like people who just can't act their way out of a paper bag, really.
Well,
I've
that's
been
me.
I've
That is literally
been
me.
yeah. I have been like in theater for 5 years. I know it was just high school, so like nowhere near professional shit, but like even that you can make a solid comparison between the person that can act and the person that probably should stick to math.
Math of all things. Does. I mean, yeah, I think saying acting is a bit unfair, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
There's some
I
things
get what
which
you're
a lot of
saying. Like
people can
it's
do.
probably not like it doesn't take nearly as much skill and effort as it does to literally light up a show, do
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
yeah,
technical stuff behind it.
because it's a lot more technical than people think. I mean,
I mean, it's a
I have a lot of responsibility
multi-million
as
dollar
well.
show. It's got to be technical.
Well, here's some figures for you, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say or not, but I'm going to anyway. Um, one of our shows, in fact, here's how we'll do it. I won't say what show it is, so you, for all you know, this could be anything, so I won't get in trouble. One
It
of our
was the show
shows,
from yesterday.
one of our major shows, is 23 minutes long. Um, but every time we do that show, it costs us $75,000, which is basically my entire year's wage for 23 minutes of show. So sometimes we show this show 3 times a night as well. So, you know, we're spending 175, sorry, 100, 100, no, what, 75 times 3. What is that? 75 times 3.
Yeah.
$225,000 we're spending per night on one show.
So
Disney has money to fucking waste, but
quarter of a million almost per
yeah,
or in a night.
and that's just one show. And don't forget, we have loads of shows which go on during the day as well.
Right.
So it's a lot of money which goes through our department, and I have quite a bit of responsibility for that, unfortunately. So,
Yeah, 'cause you're what top manager in for your department, are you? Something like that.
but I'm not top. Um, my job title um, is head of lighting and show control systems for Disney Parks Live Entertainment. So Disney Parks Live Entertainment is the company. It's not the company. It's the subsidiary of Disney behind all the live entertainment shows, fireworks shows, nighttime spectacular shows, parades across all the Disney parks across the world. And my job title in that is head of lighting and show control. So I am in charge of all the lighting and show control systems for all the shows in all the Disney parks around the world. There's people higher up than me who are technical directors for Disney, basically for everything Disney, not just parks and resorts. So there are people higher up than me, but they don't really get that involved. It's more office work for them. Whereas
Right.
I'm very practical. I'm actually, doing the lighting programming and doing the show control programming and
You're
all
basically
the
the boss on the ground,
yeah, yeah. That's one way of putting it.
and then the next guy up is the boss in the office.
Yeah, it's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
So
the
if
one
something
that you
goes
don't
wrong,
want to see leave his office because that usually means you're in trouble.
yeah, it's literally that. You've hit the nail on the head there. Um, so yeah, whenever something goes wrong with one of our shows and the local crew on that show can't troubleshoot it, or if it's a really serious problem, then that's when I would get involved. But also, as part of it's an interesting one because so I'm based at Walt Disney World, and as you know, I was based at Disneyland in California up until a couple of months ago. Um, our department, whenever a new show is being done at a Disney park across the world, our department will go over to that park about a month beforehand, um, and do the installation, do the programming of all the show elements, the lighting, fireworks, projections, audio. We'll do all the programming and the installation, and see the show start. Debut the show, and then hand over all the systems we've done to the local crew of that park, and then they'll carry on running it. But then when there isn't a new show happening, I'm based at Walt Disney World, so I then just help with the day-to-day operation of some of our shows here. Just like, next week when I've done the secret thing I'm working on, doing all these hours at the moment, I'll be going back in and operating Phantasmic and then operating Happy Ever After. The fireworks show, I'll just be operating it as a normal show control lighting operation technician, you know. So, as much as I'm a manager of the department, I still do the job everyone else does in the department as well. I'm not like just a pure manager.
Right.
Does that make sense? It's difficult to explain.
Yeah, it's I think like I can get the gist of it.
Yeah. So basically, I do normal day-to-day stuff at the park at Walt Disney World when I'm not managing new shows at a different park.
Right.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Anyone who's taken a magic class knows exactly what you're talking about. Everyone else is like, yeah, I think I get it.
It's not magic though. There's no magic in Disney. Oh, I shouldn't say
Spoilers! Oh my gosh.
that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all fabricated. There's so many secrets I can tell you, but I can't, which ruins
Magician's
it
not
all.
supposed to reveal his tricks.
I like that. I should change my job title to just chief magician or something.
That'd be great.
Oh God. But yeah. Enough about my job. What about your job?
Uh, we make trains go.
That's a really good way of putting it. I like that. I
I
like
mean,
that. Well,
yeah,
the
well,
driver makes the train go. You just sit there.
I tell him to drive, he drives. That's like
Oh, so you're the boss of the driver.
yeah, it's an interesting way that it's set up because you got the conductor and the engineer. The conductor is lower rank, lower paid compared to the engineer, but the conductor tells the engineer to do everything. So
Right.
I've so
Okay.
it's kind of backwards. But if you think about it though, it does make sense. The conductor's just like he's doing is getting instructions from like the dispatcher and then telling the engineer, okay, we're good to go to this place. The engineers actually got all the pressure of maintaining the 50 bajillion tons that is trailing behind him down like a
How much
1%,
horsepower do
2% grade.
how much horsepower on your loco do you need to haul 50 bajillion tons?
Uh, that's a that's a that's a
Or did I
made up.
take that quite too literally?
Uh, yeah, spoilers. I was slightly exaggerating on that number.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you cleared that up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not that stupid.
It's
I think
fine. It's fine. We all still love you.
you cut out there. What did you say?
I'm sorry, what?
You your Discord cut out then. What did you say?
Oh, nothing in particular. It's
Oh, okay, okay.
fine.
I'll just have to listen to it then, won't I? I'll have to listen to the podcast and hear what you said.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's quite the operation. That's just the two of us. We actually like we make the train go. There's so much more behind actually make running a railroad than I think most
Again,
people
it's
realize.
you can use the same analogy for anything, really, can't you? There's the people who do it front line, and then there's the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's just like how you're explaining like literally like Disney. You got your maintenance away people. They're doing all the hard work, making sure the tracks are functional, all
Yeah.
that jazz, making sure the signals work. Um, there's those of us that are in transportation. I think that's if you were to class it into departments, we're in the Department of Transportation. So
Well,
we're
I'd imagine.
yeah, it'd be kind of weird if we were in marketing. We're driving
Or
trains.
entertainment or something like
Yeah,
that. Although trains are entertainment to quite a few people, so you could say
yeah,
it's a side industry.
it is in a way. Yeah, we
Oh, okay.
actually we do like the actual genuine operation, making trains go forwards and backwards. And you got all the people, RTCs, which stands for Yard Traffic Controller. They're basically dispatchers and yard masters, train masters, chiefs are basically the ones who tell the RTCs what to do. They're all trying to get the trains to their proper location, trying to
On time.
juggle. Yeah, it's funny that you
Yeah.
say that.
Why are you never on time?
We'll just say they're usually not on time.
Plus or minus 2-3 hours.
And then some. I wonder if I
Excuse
can
me.
find. I don't know. Anyone who's taken Via knows how late trains usually are. Just it's the same thing with freight trains. They're
Is
usually
this
not
another
on time.
Canadian thing which I have no clue about? Via.
Oh yeah, Via. That's basically the Amtrak of Canada.
Isn't it pronounced via? Like you go via somewhere, not via.
I think that's just
Vi-
your accent. We say Via.
It's not an accent. It's a dialect.
Same thing,
It's really not.
but it's Lamborghini. I don't know. But yeah. Uh,
Nice, nice. What you talk about a Lamborghini tractor or a Lamborghini car?
car, obviously. But
Okay,
it's gonna be my first car as a Lamborghini. True story.
you fucking wish.
God,
You,
I
honest,
out of curiosity, I googled the insurance on those, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably never gonna own one.
God, what was your quote?
In I probably can't even spell it. Oh, good thing it popped up already because I googled it before.
That's what happens when you Google things.
Cost of insuring a Lamborghini starts around $500 to $600 per month.
Jeez. And I thought my car insurance was bad.
Yeah.
Fuck nah. You see, can you right? See, what about a Tesla Model X? But can you find that?
Tesla Model X. Hey, that showed up already. I guess I apparently googled it before.
Is it because I was talking about Teslas?
Maybe. I'm like, I want to be a Tesla too. I want to be a
I don't
Tesla?
want to.
No, I want to. I want to
Yeah,
have a Tesla.
doesn't surprise me. Honestly, I won't put it past you for wanting to be a Tesla.
I mean, it'd be cool to be a
Hey,
Tesla.
you can identify whatever you want to identify uh,
Yeah,
as this day and age. You know, I
I,
identify as an Apache helicopter.
I sexually identify as a hot pink Tesla Model X.
Hold on, how do you know that I wanted to get a pink one? Is
We
this something we
discussed
discussed
this
before?
earlier.
All
Yeah,
right. Okay. Yeah. No. No. Not earlier in this podcast.
not in the podcast. No,
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
think it
we
was on
discussed the
Twitter we were discussing Lamborghinis, or not
oh, right.
Lamborghinis. I'm my
Teslas.
Tesla. Same thing. Fuck.
What's going on with you?
I just got off work. I'm tired.
Oh, you know, I'm going to work after this podcast, so feel sorry for me.
I do. I'm glad I have a regular shift and not your shift.
You don't feel sorry for me. I know for a fact you don't.
Oh no, I feel sorry for everybody because I know what it's like, and I know the pain. I just don't want to have to go through
Is
that
is
again.
your would you say your shifts are regular though? Because
Yard shifts are regular, road shifts are not.
and you do a bit of both.
Yeah, it's just because I'm training, so I do whatever I have to do.
Training on the trains.
Sebastian
It's
made
too
the
bad.
exact same pun in the last podcast.
It's just an easy one to make, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel stupid now, especially when someone else has done it before me. I was thinking, so original, so original. Yeah, I'm like the most unoriginal person you can ever come across, and you can come across me if you want. No, why did I have to say it?
You just can't resist.
I can't. You know me. You know me. I can't.
it's just
You know
too
me. I just say it, don't I? I just don't think about it.
it's
It
just
just comes out.
it's too hard for you. Wait.
You just
Anyway,
don't do it. You just don't do.
it's
Don't.
infectious. As soon as you start doing it, then I start doing it, and suddenly YouTube has
And everyone
censored
on
my.
Discord starts doing it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance because it's just going to carry on now. I've broken.
yeah,
I've broken
yeah.
the ice in terms of the innuendos and that side of things now. So it's just going to happen.
It's all downhill from here.
Well, was it going uphill anyway?
No.
So yeah. Oh my god.
Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about? Training. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Training on trains. Fuck's sake.
I can't believe it. I'm just so yeah. Sorry, as you were saying,
Uh,
what were you
um,
saying?
I don't know fucking clue. Yards are regular 8-hour shifts.
Oh yeah,
Road shifts are not
and you do a bit of both.
because I'm training.
Oh yeah, we literally have just gone full circle. We've literally gone full circle. Josh, what's going on with you? What is happening?
uh, I fuck can't even say it's Monday. It's Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Fucking hell. I've lost what track of the day. I've lost track of what day of the week it is as well.
You don't even get weekends off, do you?
No, I
No,
don't even know
so
what a weekend is. What's a weekend?
see at least you have an excuse to not know what day of the week it is.
Well, true. But I should still know what day of the week it is because it's literally right in front of me.
Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
training. Anyway, I think we've concluded that part of the conversation.
Yeah, so when you finish your training on the trains, you go on to road shifts more.
Depends on my seniority, because like everything is seniority based. Um,
What basically how long you been there for?
yeah.
Right.
So like currently in Kamloops, I'm literally bottom of the pile. I'm the lowest seniority in this terminal, at least for the next couple months. I think they've hired like another 5 people for
Oh, so
Kamloops.
you'll be above them then?
Yeah. They have to go to Winnipeg, do their training, and then they have to come back and do their 45 training trips, and then
And
they'll
how
be
many training
qualified.
trips have you done so far?
Let's see. I started March 11th, and it's now a month and a half later. So that many.
A
I
month and a
haven't I
half.
haven't been
A
keeping
month and a
track.
half trips.
A month and a half's worth of trips. I
Oh,
need
okay.
I need 25 total in the yard, 20 on the road, and I've done 3 weeks in
On
the
the
yard, so I've
road
done
again.
on the
Sorry.
road again. Anyway, so tomorrow I'll have done my 15th yard trip, and then I think I need
Wow.
like probably another week or two on the road, and then I'll be fully qualified. Qualified
Well,
conductor, making proper conductor wage, but still bottom seniority. So I'll probably be like on the shitty yard that's in the middle of the night because that's the one nobody wants. So all the senior people bid day shifts and uh,
uh,
road.
I don't like the whole bidding idea.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. Not.
Yeah, it should be just rostered or scheduled.
I
But
can see how like that would probably get bothersome though. I don't know.
well, true. So when you live near the yards, don't you?
Yeah, it's like
So
it's
when
literally
you
like a
do a
five
yard
minute drive.
shift, that's not too, a 5 minute walk or drive.
Drive.
Drive, but you don't drive.
No, so it's like 20 minutes by bicycle.
Bicycle by bike.
Yeah, but there are like 2 people in this world who will get mad and think I'm talking about a motorbike because they're fucking retarded or something.
Are you calling me retarded?
No,
Okay,
not
but I
unless you're
mean,
the kind of person who's like, when you say bike, are you referring to a motorbike or a bicycle? I'm like,
I was going to say that, but I'm not going to anymore.
okay, good. So bike,
So,
I bike to work and it's about 20 minutes.
so it's 20-minute bike ride to work, unless you crash, of course, which you have been known to do.
It's only once, and it's because I was distracted by pretty girls.
Yeah, but you weren't distracted by me, so it's not a good excuse.
Yeah, but you're not close enough to be distracted by me, unless you snap pictures, but we're not going to talk about
You don't even have Snapchat, do you?
No, I don't think I do.
Well, you don't think you do. You either do or you don't, and you know you
Well,
do or you don't.
I made an account for one of those picture account things. It was either Instagram or Snapchat, probably Instagram, and then I just never
You mean
touched it again.
right? Okay, I thought you meant you made an account to send nudes.
I mean, yeah.
That's what Snapchat's for at the end of the day. But oof, I digress. That's why my Snapchat's not had a lot of use recently.
Ooh, is that where all the other mods on Discord send all their nudes? You guys share your
No,
nudes?
no, they just outright put them in the mod chat.
Oh.
uh, don't get me started on certain moderators.
I don't suppose Marcus has shared anything.
Unfortunately, not. And
Ah.
you know that if he had done, you like I would never shut up about it because you know what my feelings are for Marcus.
Oh yeah. For the audience who doesn't know and probably doesn't care, there's a Discord that we're in, and there's a modder named Marcus, and he's well,
He's so hot. Oh
yeah.
my god, he's a fitzy. My gods, I'd fall over him any day. Honestly, just don't. We need to stop. We need to stop talking about Marcus. Come on, let's move on to something else. But then you're just going to bring up like Mac or someone, which is even worse. uh, right, yeah. I can't be talking about these people I find very attractive just before I go to work because it's bad
Right.
timing.
It is. You'll go to work all hot and bothered, and then the people you're working
Yeah,
with
but
will question you, and it's just awkwardness from there.
yeah, it's happened. It has actually happened.
Do share.
Not because not because of how do I say this without sounding uh, I've gone into work when I was back at Disneyland in California. There used to be someone there who I had the same attraction for as like Marcus or Mac, and they worked on what did they work on? It's ride operations for. I think I can't remember which part of the park they're in, but anyway, I went past them and we seemed to always be walking past each other when I was going in and out of the canteen on my breaks. So they must have had the same kind of break cycle as I did. But I once came off one of my breaks and went back into the technical offices, and I was blushing, and I'd just seen this person, and they asked me, "Why are you so red? Are you feeling okay? Um, you know, do you need to sit down for a bit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do need to sit down for a bit, but it's not because I feel ill or anything. I've just walked past one of my fucking big crushes here, and they just started taking a piss at me and laughing their heads
Aw.
off. And but it's okay. You know what they're like at work anyway. They keep taking the piss at me from a height,
Yeah,
just
but
like you do.
you're literally like you're not even like a fucking inch shorter than me. We're virtually the same height.
Yeah, but you still take the piss out of my height.
That's just because I want to fit in with everyone else.
Yeah, because you find it difficult anyway. Being Canadian, you can't fit in with anyone.
It's funny because I have no friends in real life. Anyway,
Well, that got depressing quite quickly. Should I
yeah.
start singing Toy Story songs? You've got a
God, no.
friend in me.
No. Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Talked about Disney long enough. We don't
You're
need
the one who keeps
don't
bringing
need
it back up.
the music as well.
You've got a friend in me. Sorry. So, in other news,
In other news,
or have we
uh,
actually gone topicless?
I mean, we usually start with no topic, and then
I was trying to do a
we
pun.
suddenly come up with yeah, and you're yeah, stop.
Stop. In the name of love. No, I'm just quoting songs now. Um, I had something I was going to bring up, and what was it? Oh, you've just talking about my crushes. It's just completely put me off now. Uh, no, I can't remember. Something to do with CN. Oh, so which is better, Canadian Pacific or Canadian CN, whatever the N stands for?
Canadian National.
National. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'd say they're pretty much the same. Only one's red and the other's red and black.
So if they're both pretty much the same, then why do both exist? Why can't one just exist?
I mean, why do you have
Why does
more than
Canada
one?
exist?
Why do you have more than one food truck on the same block when they're virtually the same? It's all the competition thing.
I mean, that shut me up.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
I didn't come on here to get insulted.
I didn't invite you on here to get insulted, but look where we are.
No, you did invite me on here to get insulted. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just saw that the 155 is out. I need to buy that.
The 155. Oh, is this a train thing?
Yeah. Sorry, but I'm sure people don't want to hear about trains and stuff.
It's not like they hear it from me every day.
Well,
Actually, they
yeah,
don't. I literally never talk about it on Twitter.
but they've probably heard it enough from you anyway. So, oh, speaking of Twitter, let's see what's the latest on your Twitter because I love looking at what you've put.
Oh yeah.
What's the
uh,
latest? Here we
I
go.
don't even
I
remember.
gotta
I
say,
just I think of
Colonel
something and
Sanders.
then what about Colonel Sanders?
Colonel Sanders has been a lot more, how shall we say, more out there, quote unquote, as of late. What a guy. What a real fascinating guy. And you quoted KFC's tweet saying, need a Mother's Day gift of a mum in your life? The chicken dales have got you covered like gravy on mashed potatoes.
Yeah. If you open up that tweet, they have a video and it's like Magic Mike level, but with Colonel Sanders and some
Oh
backup
my
dancers. It's
god.
I was
Oh.
so confused by it. I'm like, okay, this exists.
Oh wow. I need to stop watching that video.
Yeah,
Jeez. I'm
you're gonna
getting all hot and flustered.
you're gonna go to
Flustered.
gonna go to work feeling frisky.
I always do anyway, especially when I've just been on Twitter, on Discord with you.
Discord with me and Mac and occasionally
Yeah,
Marcus.
yeah, but it's when Marcus joins and he keeps his mic muted, and he does it on purpose to intimidate me. I know exactly what he's doing.
Poor you.
Feel sorry for me, please. Feel sorry for me. Someone has to.
Don't worry, all of Canada feels sorry for you. Get it?
But all
Because
of Canada
Canadians
don't
are
know me.
sorry and never mind. I'll stop.
But it doesn't make any sense because not all of Canada knows me. So how can they feel sorry for me?
I think it's just because you're in America. They'll naturally feel sorry for you, whether they know you or not.
True. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
That was a quick save by me to save my shitty joke.
It's unusual for you, that is.
It is. I'm usually just like, yeah, but words. That time I actually came up with something.
It is really, isn't it? I mean, what day? It's the 25th of April. Let's count down to the next time you do such an achievement. It's going to be next year or something.
Oh, this will be fun. I'll start the timer right now.
Okay.
17:54 on April 25th, 2019.
Are you actually doing the timer?
No, it can't be fucked.
You can be fucked. It's just you don't want to.
That's yeah.
I was taking that out of context again.
I mean, you've taken it out of context, but it is like me. I'm not that into that sort of thing.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
I mean, it's this is the thing we can talk about because if you know anything about railroaders, you know they're mostly men and they're mostly kind of weird about women. If you catch what I'm saying.
What? They're unsure whether they like women or not.
Oh, they're definitely sure they're like women. They talk about boobs all the time. It's just
Oh well,
like being around those people all the time. I'm a little bit thrown off sometimes because like me personally, I'm just like okay, they're women, so
to be honest with you, I, from what you're saying, it sounds
I'm
to me
not
as
gay.
though no, it sounds to me as though they are objectifying women in a way,
Yeah, I guess that's yeah, you can go with that.
which shouldn't happen. I mean,
It
I don't
is,
give a
yeah,
rat's ass about women because obviously I don't lean that way in in that sense. But still, you know, women are women, men are men. Both need to be treated equally. I'm no feminist or anything, but you know, equality should be a thing. You shouldn't
absolutely.
objectify another gender just because, in your eyes, they have nice breasts or whatever body parts they have. I'm not very well acquainted with women, so but
I'm
yeah,
pretty
you
sure
know
they
what I'm
have a
trying to
thing
say.
called a vagina or something like that.
Oh, think I've heard about that. I think can't remember what it does or anything, but yeah,
No
vagina.
clue.
No, I thought it began with a C, not a V.
Hmm, no clue.
But oh well. No,
But yeah,
don't know what I'm.
it's a definitely considering my character, it's a very odd environment for me to be in. 'Cause I don't
I mean,
smoke, I don't
I
drink, and they all smoke and drink. I'm not overly uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
exuberant.
I don't really voice my thoughts about female body parts like they do.
Well, that's just because you're still unsure. I know what situation you're in. You don't need to hide
Listen
it.
here, okay?
What? I'm listening.
I am
Yeah. Gay.
s- no,
Yeah.
straighter than the roads of Saskatchewan.
What the fuck is Saskatchewan?
It's a province. You wouldn't know because you're American.
Will you stop bringing up fuck it? Right, two things. Please stop bringing up Canadian shit, which I have no idea about. Just, I feel like I'm being left out here. And two, I'm not American. I just live and work in America. Not
Okay,
American yet.
what's straight in America?
Well, certainly not me.
Okay.
A
uh,
ruler? An American ruler.
okay, straighter than an American ruler.
No, you're straight
Wait,
as a circle.
never mind. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, women. They're people. Don't who gives a shit if they have big boobs or small boobs or fat or skinny or blonde or blue or whatever. I don't care.
Think about it this way. Think about it this way. If a woman was talking behind your back about the size of your penis, I would feel quite discomforted about that. I don't want people talking about the size of my body parts, so why should people talk about the size of women's body parts?
That's true. Although if you use that for anyone who works on the railroad, they'd be like, "Hey, this girl's talking about my dick."
Well, but it shouldn't be like that. I feel. I mean, good on them for thinking that way, but I think they're just a bit too egotistical if they say something like that.
Yeah, it's as much as in 2019 we try so hard to not be objectifying each other. It's still very relevant, unfortunately.
I think it depends on where you live. I mean, more developed countries, obviously, it's a bit better. Um, but still, within those well-developed countries, you get areas, like the ghettos and stuff,
Yeah,
where it's still quite a big thing. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not just objectifying women; it's racism, it's um, terrorism, and all this stuff happens still. Even
true.
though society is becoming more acceptive of different um,
Yeah, I mean,
parts of the human race,
overall, we've come a long way, and good on
but there's
us for
still a long
that.
way to go. Yeah,
True. That's a perfect way of saying it.
yeah,
We've
we've
come a
come a long way.
long way, and we still got a long way to go.
But you're trying to sing something, then?
Yeah, and then I realized the lyrics did not match up with what I wanted to say, so I stopped halfway through, and it
And
sounded
then you
terrible.
realise you're being contradictive and telling me to stop singing early, but then you can sing.
I can't sing. My singing's terrible.
So's your accent.
My accent is good.
I accent.
My fucking accent, bud. All right, listen here. You
I'm not your
fucking,
bird pal.
you fucking.
Let's
I'm
not start there.
fucking South Park. I'm not your pal, guy.
No, are we going there? Are we going
No,
there?
no, no.
No, I'm not your guy, man.
We're not doing this.
Good. I have to have the last say in it, by the way, so don't say anymore.
Okay, friend.
It's okay. It's okay. You didn't
Okay,
say the
okay.
phrase, so yeah,
Yep, we're fine.
yep, yeah. We're good. We're good.
Anyway,
We cool. We cool.
we're fucking all right there, bud. That's my sharp Canadian accent coming out.
Oh no, you should be disappointed.
In trying to be more Canadian.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
You're disappointing.
I'm a disappointment on everyone's lives. My
You're not
mother's
a, you're
disappointed in me.
you're
I'm
not
disappointed in me. You're disappointed in me.
I'm not disappointed, just angry.
Well, it's the same thing these
See
days,
see
isn't
what
it?
see what I did there? I flipped the never mind.
No, I didn't see what you did there. You have to explain it now.
Well, because the thing that people say, it's I'm not angry, just disappointed. I flipped it around as like I'm not disappointed, just angry.
Oh, I mean, I get it now. I don't think it was that obvious.
Yeah, my jokes are just stupid obscure.
Like you don't have to tell me that. I know your jokes already. I'm not sure if they're just stupidly obscure or whether they're just Canadian.
I think they're just me. They're my jokes. They're unique to me. Everyone else can do jokes properly, and then there's me just like, what? Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he's Canadian. I don't know.
Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side?
Yeah, I don't even get how that's a joke.
Because
Everyone,
you cross the road to get to the other side.
well, fucking duh. But how is that funny?
Well, because people don't expect it to be so simple.
But it okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know if I'm stupid or just everyone else is stupid. I want to say everyone else is stupid.
How
Makes
does
me
a
feel better.
penguin build its house?
How does a penguin build his house?
Yeah.
With
It glues it together.
okay.
You don't get it, do you?
Oh, fuck off.
Penny dropped. The penny finally dropped. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Did you hear about
see,
the restaurant on the moon? Great food,
you
but no
can't.
atmosphere.
Oh, see, now I know that one because I actually did that as a pun for announcements, school announcements. Oh, I
Oh, I
threw
forgot
I
that
threw
you said
Elon Musk in there though.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. So Elon Musk,
What?
he's planning to build a restaurant on Mars. He says it's gonna have fantastic food, but he's worried there's gonna be a lack of atmosphere.
Fucking Elon Musk. He's a great. I love Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, I follow him on Twitter. He's got some spicy
He's got some
tweets.
good stuff. It's spicy, spicy
Spicy
tweets.
tweets.
Oh my god. Oh, Avengers Endgame that came out.
Yes. Actually, that reminds me. I've actually bought tickets for that for Saturday, I think.
I am very, very envious.
Well,
Whatever you, I swear,
get your
you are
ass
going to
up
see it.
here. I'll buy you tickets. We'll have a movie date.
I want to do that so much, and you know that, but work.
Fuck work.
I wish I could just say fuck work. Doesn't work like that. See what I did there?
I got that right away. Great
That's
minds think
surprising.
alike.
No, your mind isn't as great as mine.
I disagree.
Well, I don't.
Good. I'm glad you don't agree. Wait.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
we're on the same
I'm glad we
page.
could clear that up. Somehow we are. Somehow. Uh,
Somehow.
But but you are going to see Avengers Endgame before me, and honest to God, if you do even the most smallest spoiler to me, I will murder you.
I
I
won't.
will literally come over and knife you.
I won't. I won't send it directly to you. But usually on Twitter, when I see a movie, I talk about it a bit. So mute
You know,
me when that happens.
no, you are not spoiling it for me. I literally,
I'm
you
not
have no
spoiling it
idea.
for you. I'm spoiling it for everybody.
Honestly, I will. I'll report you to Twitter. You don't want that.
Twitter doesn't give a shit about me.
Oh, Twitter. Twitter knows. I've already reported a couple of your stuff to Twitter. They're keeping an eye on you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They still
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to. They still need to give me that verified check mark.
Fucking, you wish. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're that famous now. Yeah.
Yeah, almost 100 followers.
Oh wow. And here I am with my
What do you got? Like 20?
29 followers.
29. Look at you.
Yeah, but I'm happy with my 29 followers. At least I've got more followers than more followers than people I'm following.
Well, you just don't really have good taste in people to follow.
Because you're following 114 people, but you
Yeah.
have 84 followers. So you're following more people than people follow you, which is never good. It's like a really bad kill death ratio on COD or something.
I mean, so that's literally an accurate representation of my KD and COD.
You shit at that.
I'm terrible at all shooters. Any other game, I'm decent. Racing games are my shit, but Call of Duty, the battle
Somehow
royales.
can't imagine you playing something like Forza or something like that.
I haven't played Forza, but like PS2 era, Need for Speed, that's my
Gran
shit.
Turismo.
Heck yeah.
Or
Burnout Paradise.
Burnout Paradise.
Take me down to a paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please? No? Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Um, I know what you were doing, but questionable quality of the singing.
I mean, that's because I didn't have your beautiful voice to come along with my voice.
Yeah, but I can't sing because every time I do, you tell me to stop.
That's because you're not singing Portal.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. As much as I want to, I'm not embarrassing myself. That was such an achievement. I would never forget that day.
When we sang Portal in text.
Literally, it was great. What an achievement! When was you've got a screenshot of that on your Twitter somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, that was ages ago though.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find when it was. I'm just scrolling through all your crap.
Yeah, I tweet too much to find fucking anything.
Lights are green and nobody's moving. Fuck this city. Oh my god, you're one of those public transport complainers as well, are you?
That was in Winnipeg, so I had no choice. Fuck off.
You did have a choice. You could have just thought to yourself, "Oh, I won't put anything on Twitter."
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's October the 5th last year.
is it really that long ago?
Yeah, I've got
Holy
my
shit.
Halloween name on Discord. Remember when I was
Wow.
spooky
I can't
with
believe
the,
we've known each other for that long.
and you were CJ Spooker.
Oh, it makes me cringe to this day.
How, yeah, we've known each other since I'd say September last year, which doesn't seem
Probably.
that much of a long time as well, does it?
I mean, it doesn't. It feels like we've a long time, but
Yeah, but it's in reality it's completely different.
no, yeah,
Jeez, time flies when you're having fun, eh?
sure does.
And I have to talk about time. I have to go in the next few 3-4 minutes.
All right, fantastic. We'll somehow try and wrap it up.
Oh, you used to have your Twitter name as Devon Certified Goofball Person. Oh,
Certified
sorry, I
goofball.
keep meaning to say you're devone because you're either a female or you're gay. So,
You can just fucking take a hike.
well, it will be in 3 to 4 minutes.
Good.
Well, not literally taking a hike, but figuratively, what you're trying to say. Yeah, I will be. I
Yeah.
will be departing.
That's a fun fact for you, because you probably don't know that's the Canadian way of saying fuck off. Go take a hike, bud.
Oh, it's not just Canadian. I've heard that so many times before.
Oh, I guess Americans copy us then.
It wasn't even in America when I heard all that. It was back when I was living in the UK.
Ah, well, in that case, that makes sense, because like we're all part of the motherland.
From motherland. We're not fucking Russia, eh? Fucking motherland. Oh my god. Can't believe that. So, oh
Well,
god,
this
I
was
can't
fun.
stop thinking about work. Oh, it's gonna happen now. I've gotta go to work.
Aw, isn't that
Can
just sad? Or you could
you just
take a sick day and keep podcasting.
can't take sick days. I need to save them up for when I'm actually sick.
Just don't get sick.
Well, that's the idea, but they need to be there in case I do get sick.
Do you have a limited number of sick days?
It's not like a limited number of sick days. You can be sick 3 times a year. It doesn't matter how long you're sick for. Like I could be sick for a month, but that would still be classed as being sick once.
And
Do you
what
know what I mean?
happens if you're sick 4 times a year?
Well, you need to either have a very, very good reason and get a doctor's note, or you get disciplinary, which could mean dismissal of your contract.
Oof.
And die with the person who would make that decision.
So, take a sick day.
No, 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 because I can't be contradictory to my colleagues, where I'm making decisions about whether they get fired or not because we've had too many sick periods, and I'm just taking sick days left, right, and centre.
Fuck them.
No, but that's not a very good management technique, is it?
I mean, every other multi-billion-dollar company does that.
Yeah, well, I like to treat my staff with respect and equality. Uh, Even though they always take the piss out of my height, I still like to make sure they're happy, and I'm a
You,
good,
you
good
clearly have
person to.
you clearly have not been a manager for that long.
Well, I only got my promotion to this position. When was it? It wasn't that long ago. It must have been about. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Something to.
say 9 months ago.
Do you remember when it happened?
Yep.
Was it about 9 months ago?
I have no idea. I'm just making shit up.
It, it, it definitely happened after I joined on Discord. When I joined Discord, I was just a senior lighting technician for the company. It, I've not been in this position for long, so yeah,
Yeah, that's why you're still being nice to everyone.
yeah, give it another year. It'll be a completely different story then.
Yep.
But on that bombshell, talking about work, I do have to go to work.
Well, have fun at Disneyland, making people's dreams come true.
Or Disney World.
Same fucking thing.
No, one's on the other side of the country.
Well, both owned by Disney, so have fun at Disney.
I'll try. Don't you have to wrap up the podcast before I go?
That might help.
Yeah.
Uh,
GG.
do you have anything that you fancy plugging while we're here?
Plugging.
You know, Twitter
Um,
or a
my Twitter
show
is
for Disney coming up that no one's gonna know about because they don't listen to this.
um, if you want to see shows, which I do at work, if you want to see like what I'm involved in, um, then go and watch Happily Ever After, our fireworks show. That was the first show we did where I was completely in charge of all the programming. So if you want to know more about what I do, then watch that show. And everything you see was programmed by myself and my department. But yeah, plus yeah,
Sweet. Should people follow you on Twitter?
if they want to, my Twitter is what is my Twitter? Do you have it up?
I can get it up. It's like
Oh, can you?
something.
It's at
The
the LX
LX
Techie.
Techie. Koki
Yeah,
Omi Jinx.
fuck off.
Fuck on, you
That's
get better
very unfair.
results.
Hey, hey, I like your
Hey.
thinking.
And on that bombshell, time to wrap it up. This has been going topically.
Has it? We haven't been topicless, so have we?
I mean, we start off topicless and then we find something to rant about, and then I don't know. It's
Well,
it's
yeah, true.
it's very improvised show.
So improvised.
Yep.
Sorry, I interrupted your wrapping up. Then carry on. Do continue.
Uh, something Twitter Disney, go away now.
Oh, is that really how you talk to your viewers?
Yeah, they all ask for it.
Oh, really? Is that what they're like?
Yeah, there's some naughty view. I'm not gonna go there. Okay, that was going topicless. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good weekend or whatever it is. Maybe you're watching this on Monday, in which case have a good week. I guess. I don't know.
Try to.
Try to have a good week.
Yeah. Ta-ra.
Bye.
Oh, it's not that bye. I hate it when you do that bye.
Come on, try it.
Bye. Oh my God. Is that recorded?